Good morning, everyone. This is Ani with Creative Cooking in Ani's Kitchen. I'm not doing a cooking video right now, but I did promise that I was going to bring you all along with me to on my journey through dialysis and from hemodialysis to peritoneal dialysis, hopefully eventually transplant, kidney transplant, that is. So anyway, here I am. Let me show you. Reverse that. Okay, I'm at the coffee station getting ready to get my Java. It's 2 in the morning, and I usually head out of here around 5:15 or so to get to the dialysis center. I get my coffee cup if I can find it. I think it's in the dishwasher. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and get some coffee going. And I like the dark roast. I'm only allowed 1 cup a day right now. Okay. Because I'm only dialyzing 3 times a week as opposed to every day. And there's Bootsy girl. You ready to go outside? Huh? You ready to go outside? You gotta go potty? Alright, stop all that barking. Hold on, let me let her out. Alright. Anyway, here I am. Getting my morning cup of joe here, as they call it, Java. Okay, get my spoon. And French vanilla creamer, great value. The shake. These are all the vitamins that I take. I take turmeric. I take moringa. I take quinol, CoQ10. I take a probiotic 10. Of course, vitamin D3, 4,000 BTUs. I take omega-3s here, fish, flax, and borage oil, and cinnamon. Those are the vitamins I take. I would take the vitamin B12s and 6s, but they have magnesium stearate, and that's not good for me right now. So, and I use Torani sugar-free syrup, and this is classic caramel. I usually get French vanilla. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, it's sugar-free. And I usually get French vanilla, but they run out sometimes, so when they run out, I'll go for the caramel. And then, of course, clear up my fiber. I need that to stay regular because kidney's not working and all that excess waste everywhere. It kind of affects your body and how you digest food and all that, because I'm also diabetic, so you know that gastroparesis is in the game too. So anyway, this helps keep me regular as best as possible. You're only supposed to use 1 tablespoon, but because of my condition, with only about 10% kidney function, yeah, I need 3. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to dialyze on that chair in the mornings. I won't be able to stay seated for long. I'd have to get unplugged, and by unplugged, I mean there's 2 syringes, you know. One's arterial and one's venous, and I'll show you here in a second when we get to the dialysis center. And the arterial one pulls your contaminated blood, I guess, and filters it through the machine, and then it comes back into you through the venous. And the venous is the top needle, the arterial is the bottom needle. And let me see if I can show you my arm. And as you can see, it's already developing bumps, and that's not good. So you see the arterial and venous. Yep, pretty big needles too. I think they're like 16 gauge needles. So yeah, they're big monsters to pull all that blood. But anyway, I'm gonna go sit down. I'll bring you with me. Okay, I had to let Boots back in. Boots on the ground. There she go, having every time you say her name, she's got to say something back to you. She's a back talker. Aren't you? Yeah, you see. Anyway, she has to get her morning pretzel for being such a good girl. Such a good girl. She loves those things. Healthy snack for her. Anyway, I'm going to come over here. There's all my plants. I got rid of about 1,000 of them. And the reason why my house is like this is because we got set up for that dinner when I made sancocho. See, that's the bench where I had my plants at by this window. But now the TV's in there because we had to set these tables up for all the dinner guests. And so we decided to keep it like that because Thanksgiving is coming right up. So instead of taking it down and having to redo it again and all that kind of stuff, we decided to just leave it up. Okay, anyway, so here I am. Get ready to do Bible study here in just a second. Get my cup of Joe in. He said, "Good morning, Father, I love you." I'll tell him good morning. Oh, God, this is so good. Oh, delicious. So I showed you all the vitamins I take. I also get, at the center, I get shots of iron and darbapentin, I think. It's to make what is that? I guess to help red blood cells grow. So I get a shot of that, but instead of in my stomach, it's like a really long needle. It goes in the machine, which is so much better than when I had to do it to myself. Oh gosh, like once a month. I mean, it's only once a month, but still, that's a big needle. I swear, you would think that they, with all the technology today, it'd be so much easier, you know, to take medicine, all of that stuff. I mean, they're doing okay with these gummy things, but as far as syringes go, Lord, there has to be a better way. Right? But anyway, so I wanted to show you the pills that I take here. And this isn't all of it. These are the actual medication, prescription pills. They're not vitamins. And so I take, and I don't take anything before dialysis. I wait till after, because that machine will suck up everything out of you anyway. You know, it actually makes my sugar drop, so I always have to take something to eat with me. And I also have a fast acting sugar gel just in case if it drops too fast, you know, because when you eat, you have to wait to digest for it to get into your bloodstream to feed your blood cells. So as your sugar is dropping, you know, I've got the monitor, I've got the Medtronics monitor, so I always keep an eye on it, and it has an alert, like a little alarm. It'll let you know when it falls below a certain the safety level, and then that way you can eat something, and you kind of meet up, you know, and before it gets too low to where it affects your ability to think and everything else and react. And yeah, so anyway, so that machine will suck everything out of you, everything you take. Boots, your big fat butt, Boots is on the couch, right over here. She don't care, she just lays in there the way she wants to. But anyway, as I was saying, it sucks everything out of you, and it'll drop your blood pressure too, like with the quickness. So I can't take any of my blood pressure or any of my vitamins or anything. I can't take insulin either. It's best to go in with my sugar high because it sucks it right out real quick. I mean, within half an hour, you know, your sugar's already dropping. I'm already reaching for an M&M or something. Not that I'm complaining. Who doesn't love M&Ms, right? But anyway, another sip. I savor this cup of coffee. I really do. I have to watch my fluid intake because I'm only dialyzing 3 days out of the week, as opposed to the peritoneal dialysis, which I'll be able to dialyze as I sleep every day, which means I'll get more liquid stayed off, and I'll be able to eat or drink my fill and really not have to worry about it. But, however, I am going to try to stick to the low potassium, low phosphorus diet, only because I already know naturally at this state my body cannot consume too much of that without it doing damage. Even though I'm dialyzing and it's all coming out, I just want to get in that habit, because if I ever have to come off of peritoneal dialysis for whatever reason, then I want my levels to remain good. I mean, I'm at all my goals. My phosphorus is fine, my potassium is fine, my A1C is fine, my iron, for the first time in my life, I've always been anemic, always. First time in my life, actually, my iron is good. It's at a normal range. First time ever. Everything, my albumin, everything is perfect. At a perfect level, which is good because it takes a lot of the pressure off the organs, you know. So, I mean, it's like I'm also, well, you've seen my videos. I'll do a little taste test here and there. But, you know, most of that food that I cook, I'll have a taste here and there, and that's it. I won't eat it. You know, I won't eat much of it. If I eat more than 3 ounces, that's a lot for me. Trust that. And the thing is, and I still have, like, weight gain and stuff. Why? Because of the fluids, the fluid buildup from my kidneys not being able to filter all that out. My GFR, which is the filtering ratio, is at 10%. So it's not really able to filter out much of the fluids that develops from food and waste. The fluid is waste, okay? And then, you know, it'll come out 2 ways, through your urine or through your bowel movements, and the kidneys help to process that. And so I'm just trying to explain so you can understand what it's like for a person with renal failure. okay? And it affects your joints. There's a lot of pressure on your knees and your hips and your joints and stuff. I'm telling you, it's something terrible. But I'm happy because, first of all, my faith in God and Yeshua HaMashiach. So I have no fear. Yeah, I'm going to do everything to fight for this life that God blessed me with. Of course, I would hate to insult him, but the thing is, worst case scenario is the best case scenario for real. Worst case scenario in this flesh would be the best case scenario in the spirit. So, whenever somebody asks me, hey, how you doing? I always say, oh, broken in body, but blessed in spirit from above. Isn't that something? Because that's exactly how I feel. But anyway, that's just me. That's my take on it. I'm not forcing anything on anybody, so take it that way. I'm just speaking for me, not for thee. All right, let me have one more sip of my coffee. I think I hear my husband. But anyway, so one of the other side effects from dialysis is restless leg syndrome. It also causes diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, sometimes fever, because there's such a quick drop from them pulling that blood and cleaning it and then coming back. It kind of shocks the body a little bit. But so the restless leg syndrome is the worst. The worst. Because, excuse me, pardon me, but sodium bicarbonates do that. You have to take that. It protects the kidneys. The sodium bicarbonate does baking soda. Mm-hmm. But I get it in a pill form, so it's easy to take. I don't have to taste it. But anyway, so restless leg syndrome, it is the worst. It's like you're not. You can't be still. You can't lay down and find a comfortable spot. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna last long. You got to get up, and the only thing that remedies that feeling of jerking and tightness and the jittery thing and is to walk. So imagine you're up all night pacing back and forth, sleepy as all get out, half dead to the world. Well, pardon that pun, but oh, poor choice of words. But I have a sense of humor, so it's okay. But anyway, just walking back and forth is the only thing that helps relieve it. But you can't be walking. You need rest from a healthy mental state of mind. You need sleep. Your body needs rest. Your mind needs rest. So they prescribed ropinirole for restless leg syndrome. I went like almost 3 weeks without any sleep, and then it's like every few days, and then I would crash for like 4 hours, and that's it. From pure exhaustion, and then back again to the same cycle. So they prescribe ropinirole. And ropinirole works. It just soothes you, and it just kind of lulls you into this so restful, peaceful state. It relaxes your nerves and everything, so you're kind of just, and you actually sleep, and that's great. But the side effects, not so good. You wake up with all that bile on the top of your stomach because you got to take these pills anyway and everything else. But ropinirole actually, it gives you such nausea. For me, in the morning is the worst, and all the way till maybe 10, 11 o'clock. It's nothing but pure nauseousness, and then I have to, upchuck nothing, just bile, and that's the worst kind of upchuck there is. You know, it's not even dry heaves. It's that nasty bile that floats on top of your stomach. You know, when you sleep, your body's processing stuff, and then there's a liquid that remains on the top of your stomach. And usually in the morning when I drink a cup of coffee, that sphincter on your stomach just opens up and everything flushes through and it gives you relief. Well, before that happens or even after that happens, doesn't help that nauseousness from ropinirole. So then there's that. And then there is, it also intensifies the diarrhea. That's another side effect, diarrhea. So imagine you having to sit in a dialysis chair for treatment for 3.5 hours. Some people 4.5 and 5. It just depends on how much fluid they gain and the size of their body and how much they'd be able to, their heart can take. Because the dialysis affects your heart. Your heart has to be strong enough to withstand it, you know? But imagine having to sit all those hours in a chair while you're suffering from diarrhea. Not fun, folks. And I'm sorry if I gross anybody out, but like I said, this is a video on, that was, Boots just got up and went over there. I guess I was disturbing her from talking. Some people. But this is a video on my journey with end-stage renal disease, and anyone that's at the beginning stages, chronic or acute, or just renal failure, anyone at the beginning stages, this is a journey. And so it's best to do everything preventative to get to this part. Protect your kidneys. Take sodium bicarbonates. Get those pills. Stop eating so much potassium and phosphorus, okay? Get some binders to help catch the phosphorus and potassium in foods, because a lot of foods, most of them have phosphorus, some higher levels than others, and potassium. So, one of my favorite fruits, always, out of all the fruits, one of my favorites, bananas. Well, I like plantains, I like green bananas, I like yellow bananas, I love bananas. Was my favorite fruit. I can eat 2 of them in one day, then not eat anything any more for another week or so. But the banana was my go-to fruit, and I can't have not any of it because it is so high in potassium. It's not healthy for me. It may be healthy for you. It's healthy for everyone else, but not for me. It's actually a danger to me. So, yeah, things like that. So the binders help catch any of that you might be taking with your foods. So basically, you got to make like a cow and go out in the backyard and graze. That's pretty much a diet for a person with end-stage renal failure. Yep, grass, lettuce, salad. That's it. And you can't have tomatoes. Can't have tomatoes. That's high in potassium. It sucks. I know. It does. It's no joke. But you do what you have to do to feel the best you can, with this type of disease. But anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and do my Bible study. And then I'll tune back in with you guys when I'm heading out the door. Okay, so I've got to go ahead and get ready. I had my shower last night, so I just have to get dressed and out the door I go. I already have my snack bag and my earphone sets, because you can listen to the TV. They have TVs overhead in front of your chair, and you just plug it in, and that way you can watch whatever you want without disturbing the next person. Everyone has a TV overhead that they plug into. I usually stay on my phone, you know, Facebook and all that, and catch up on everything. But yeah, so I'll bring you along with me on that. So I'll catch you in just a minute. All right. Boop. Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm in my Jeep, getting ready to take off and go to dialysis. So put my seatbelt on, and when we get there, I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, we are here. There's the center right behind me. Get ready to go in there. Alright, so put you on pause just because I gotta get my bag with my blankets and all kinds of stuff. So I can't hold you and carry all that too. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is the dialysis center that I'm walking into. I come here 3 times a week. It's great staff here, bunch of great ladies. I used to bring them a dish once a week. But since COVID, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. So I gotta ring the bell. Because as you can see, there's a sign. I have to check you first. Alright. And here's my bag with my blankets and everything else. I'll see you in just a minute. Don't worry, I won't get you in here. I'm doing a video on my journey to help others what to expect. Well, here I am getting inserted, getting ready to dialyze. I got an expert over here. Don't feel a thing when she does it. And this is the venous. This is the top. See how smooth that went in? She's good. So as I explained before, the bottom is the arterial, and that draws the blood out, and it runs it through the machine right there, and then it cleans it, and it comes back in with some other delicious, nutritious supplemental fluids.
She was technically out of the night, off by 8:30. Do you all set it for that, or did...
They usually do, I know that.
Yeah, we just got in service. We can't do that. Just put a sticker up there.
Oh, well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. It's me and this phone trying to video what you're doing.
It's open.
And that's it. I'm in. Hold on, I gotta put my arm down. I'm getting blood pressure tested. Blood pressure testing is every 15 minutes or so. While dialyzing. Bring you back. Okay, I'm back. Here I am, leaning back in my chair. And plugged in. So I'll be here. It's usually 3.5 hours, but I have scheduled appointments. And I have to consider travel time, going home, feeding the dog for the day, and all that other stuff. So I should be out of here by 8:30. It is now 6 o'clock. So I'm doing 2.5 hours instead of 3.5. It's because I didn't gain that much between treatments. I can pull everything, all the excess, within 2.5 hours and not be in any type of danger without it causing any harm or extra stress on my heart or anything because of the amount of weight gained was very minimal. That's from not drinking a lot. You're restricted in fluids and stuff like that. So what I do is I got like a little 2-ounce cup and I'll fill it with ice and half with water, or sometimes with water, sometimes just the ice. And that's what I'll do, what I sit with to hydrate. Because being a diabetic as well, you do get very thirsty. But you can't drink. You can't drink a lot. So I try to limit myself to about 32 ounces of fluids a day. Now, mind you, you have to keep tabs on all kinds of fluids, soups and stuff like that. That Jello, all that stuff counts as fluids. So definitely have to count that in there too. So, you know, it takes practice, but it's doable. It is what it is. And you do what you can, the best you can. But I've got it down to about 32 ounces a day, which keeps my fluid retention down. So the less I gain in between treatments, the less they have to pull. See? And then that's how they determine your dry weight. Anyway, so I'll be here till about 8:30. They'll take out the needles, bandage me up, and put pressure, you know, stop the bleeding and all that once they remove the syringes. I have 15 gauge needles in my arms. Those are big. Well, you saw them. So, anyway, it takes about 15 minutes once you're off the machine for them to pull it out and apply pressure and bandage you up and all that stuff. So I should be out of here by 8:45. And I'll come back with y'all when that happens at about 8:30. I'll see y'all then. Okay, getting ready to come off.
Just click it and it'll put the time. That's when they calibrate. I mean, some of these screens don't be right, but that's what
Yeah, I calibrated it,
That's what I say, yeah, sometimes.
I did do
If it don't work, we got this right here.
Yeah.
Alright, it's okay. It's gonna be hell doing this. Alright, wanna unclamp and start rinsing the back. And unclamp. Unclamp your saline so you can rinse your back.
Alright.
No, you got to do one. Remember when we started?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is gonna squeeze it. Did they teach you how to flip it?
Yes, we did actually.
Okay, you can flip it. You know, you're supposed to do the, you want to see when it gets about,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
when it looks like Kool-Aid.
I say that, like pink lemonade. Now, if say they're not feeling good or blood pressure's real low or yada yada, give them a little extra. See, there's good. So I'm gonna clamp it for you.
Alright.
Alright, you're done with that part. Alright, you're gonna go to the back.
Alright.
Now you want to
Oh, yeah.
back her arterial.
So we...
Did they teach it?
No, they didn't. We started the...
Just want to start.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Now, they probably teach you to clamp after the clamp, so it don't make a difference.
Okay.
But the 4 is this one. Now it's
That's
this
right.
one.
Yeah, that's right.
Just crank it up a little bit. And while you're doing this, you can go on and start putting stuff in. You got her last blood pressure. So you want to, if you don't, it's worse than that.
Yeah, I know, but I did calibrate it. Oh, no.
what you do, so you go. You don't get you another cap so you can cap the lines.
Which one's gonna do that? That one.
It don't really matter, but
Yeah.
whichever one you can find.
Okay.
Get tape off so you can get that off there.
There we go.
Yep.
I'm all out there.
That's the side that you
Yeah,
got.
yeah, I got it. Hang on. There we go. No, it ain't going in there. There's not one going there.
So if you want to clamp, you want to put it on her line. It's all right. Just like so.
There we go. I knew that on her line, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
was just grabbing the wrong dang one. Okay. There, that makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
There you go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the needles out.
Okay.
Leave you over here and then we'll finish the rest of it. So you just rinse back. You did it. I know you see me on the video.
You want to be on the look. Here we go, wave. Yeah, look how pretty she is.
Yes. They got it on Netflix? Okay. Alright, Miss Tavern, let me give you a glove, babe.
Yep.
These is mine.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down. I gotta press on these needles. So
Say what?
I'm talking to our people.
Oh. Are we
Tell
live?
Yeah. No, not live. This is video. Yeah, I don't trust live. No, but I can edit, you know. That's
Yeah.
why I don't go live. That way I have the ability to edit. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to press on this. I'm gonna put you down.
Yeah, she needs her hand.
Okay, y'all. They've done taken out the needles and stopped bleeding and been bandaged up. Blood pressure's good. I'll see y'all later.